student age. This has been included so that the reader may compare the different approach by the Roshi for a student on a more advanced level. 2. Those attending their first sesshin are often puzzled and confused by the sight, construing it to be part of some prescribed ritual. Actually, it is nothing of the sort. The sudden clanging of the bell for Dakyuzen affords release from the accumulated tension developed during the intensive effort at concentration. Simultaneously, there is an uncontrollable urge to race to the teacher to be tested. Occasionally, the student who reaches the bell first does not wait for a signal from the teacher but enters the Dakyuzen room at once. 3. Quoted in Sources of Japanese Tradition, edited by William Theodore de Bary, p. 254. 4. The Satipatthana Sutta of the Majjhima Nikaya. Translated by Lord Chalmers in Further Dialogues of the Buddha, Part 1. 5. These metaphors are often used in Zen to describe the foretaste stage. It is possible to remain stuck at this point for weeks, months, or even years. 6. To strive mightily to attain no-mindedness may seem like a contradiction, but the contradiction is illogical, not an existential one. 7. Some have an unconscious dread of Kensho, believing it may have a deleterious effect on the mind. Needless to say, this is an unwarranted fear. 9. Of whom the layman Piang Ho is the most famous. Many stories and legends have grown up about his fascinating life. For a reference to one of his Dharma duels, see this page. See also Hokoji in vocabulary section. 10. A reference to the 19th case in the Blue Rock Records. And also the third in the Mumonkan. Commonly called Gyodi's finger. The introduction to this koan states: when one speck of dust arises, the great universe is involved. When one blossom opens, the whole world manifests itself. 11. The Roshi, like Huineng, the sixth patriarch, is comparing mind not to the form of a mirror, for mind is formless, but to the mirror's powers of reflection. Huineng's verse reads: fundamentally no Bodhi tree exists / nor the frame of a mirror bright. / since all is voidness from the beginning / where can the dust alight? 12. The sixth sense, according to Buddhism, is the discriminating faculty. 13. The busiest section of downtown Tokyo. 14. Yasutani-roshi holds the 7-day sesshin once a year in Hokkaido, the northern island of Japan. 15. In Zen it is said that the great round mirror of wisdom is as black as pitch. 16. Unwittingly, the student chose a word which has several meanings in Japanese. 17. That is, multiplying thought unnecessarily. 18. Compare. Because I am, heaven overhangs and earth is upheld. Because I am, the sun and the moon go round. The 4 seasons come in succession, all things are born, because I am, that is, because of mind. Isai Zenji in the Kozen Gokyakuran. 19. Compare. Enlightenment and practice are one. Dojin. 22. Compare with Lao Tzu's truly virtuous are not conscious of their virtue. Those of inferior virtue, however, are ever consciously concerned with their virtue and therefore they are without true virtue. True virtue is spontaneous and lays no claim to virtue. From the Tao Te Ching, quoted by Lama Govinda in his Foundations of Tibetan Mysticism, p. 235. 23. The letters begin on this page. 25. Compare with the Buddha's oft-quoted statement: verily, I declare unto you that within this very body, mortal though it be and only a fathom high, but conscious and endowed with mind, is the world and the waxing thereof and the waning thereof, and the way that leads to the passing away thereof. From the Anguttara Nikaya 2, Samyutta Nikaya I. 26. See footnote 26, this page. 27. Compare. In the Lotus Sutra the Buddha, in reply to a query by the Bodhisattva Maitreya, states: the world thinks that Lord Shakyanuni after going out from the home of the Shākyas arrived at the highest perfect enlightenment. But the truth is that many 100,000 myriads of kotis of aeons ago I arrived at supreme perfect enlightenment. The Tathagata who was perfectly enlightened so long ago has no limit to the Duration of his life, being everlasting. Never extinct, he makes a show of extinction for the sake of those he leads to salvation. Quoted in Honen the Buddhist Saint, by Coates and Ishizuka, Chion-in, Kyoto, 1925, p. 98.